Hi, my name is James Campero. I'm the Deputy Public Works Director for the City of Camarillo. I oversee the Capital Projects Division that essentially manages all the city-run projects that help build and maintain our city infrastructure, such as roadways, bridges, and/or major water and wastewater facilities. The City of Camarillo's Public Works Department is responsible for maintaining nearly all the roadways located within city limits, which is about 235 centerline miles and approximately 470 lane miles. And our staff does a great job of maintaining our roads. This is measured through a pavement condition index scale, also known as PCI, with a 1 being the equivalent of a dirt road, all the way up to 100, which is the equivalent to a brand new roadway. Our entire roadway system currently has an overall score of just over 80, which puts us in the higher end of the good range. The pavement maintenance activities we use to keep our roadways in good condition range from short-term maintenance, like filling potholes and isolated pavement repairs, which is handled by our street maintenance crew, to major pavement maintenance, such as asphalt overlay and slurry seal projects. These larger capital projects, as we call them, are managed by our project engineers and require a higher level of design and construction oversight. These projects, like the recently completed annual resurfacing project, require a lot of coordination and oversight to ensure we get a quality product, while also doing our best to minimize impacts to residents during construction. This includes a lot of public notification and signage to inform the public of the upcoming work and what to expect. And in addition to that, our CIP team is always readily available to answer any questions our residents may have. But even before we start construction, there's a lot of work that takes place during design. While we are designing our annual paving projects, we closely review each roadway to determine the best treatment to use, which could include grinding the pavement and overlaying it, or laying down a slurry seal application, or another tool we recently added to our repertoire, a cape seal application. This is a key step and essentially helps us maintain our roadways appropriately and optimize our pavement funds. We realize the resurfacing process is an inconvenience to our residents and business owners, but the alternative of doing nothing will result in accelerated pavement deterioration that would lead to costlier methods of repair. We appreciate your cooperation and patience as we make these important improvements in your neighborhoods and on our major roadways. Please refer to the city's website to access the downloadable PDF of our frequently asked questions and responses. This document explains in more detail how street work in your neighborhood will impact parking, driving, and street closure restrictions. And with that, I'll turn it over to Kyle Butler, who manages our annual paving projects, and he can talk about the various roadway treatments that we use, specifically focusing on slurry seal and cape seal applications, which is typically used in our residential neighborhoods.
Hi, my name is Kyle Butler. I'm an associate engineer for the City of Camarillo. I help manage the resurfacing projects from the design phase through the construction phase. Slurry sealing is a roadway surfacing treatment that preserves and extends the life of our asphalt pavement. This is a cost-saving pavement preservation treatment that delays more expensive street restoration, such as asphalt overlays or street reconstruction. The slurry seal is applied to asphalt surfaces as a preventative measure to protect the paved surface from the elements like ultraviolet rays, water, and oil, all of which can erode and damage the asphalt pavement. It also provides a long-lasting wear surface for vehicular traffic. The slurry seal material consists of emulsified asphalt, water, and fine aggregate. The materials are loaded into a truck-mounted slurry seal machine at a designated stockpile location, then driven to the site and blended in the machine just before placing on the street. The emulsifier allows the asphalt to be blended with water and placed at ambient temperatures and spread evenly across the entire roadway surface. The completed slurry seal coating is typically 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch thick. During the slurry seal placement process and curing time, you can expect both parking restrictions and driving restrictions on your street. When the slurry seal is cured enough for traffic, the contractor will reopen the street. Slurry seal can be driven on a few hours after its application, although it will take several weeks to fully cure. During this curing period, when driving on the slurry seal, please avoid making sharp turns or turning your car's wheels while stationary. Also, during the curing period, there may be some small loose aggregate particles that will wear off the surface. This is normal for slurry seals, and the contractor will be back to post-sweep all the streets with a street sweeper. The post-sweeping will typically take place within about a week after slurry seal placement. The slurry seal placed on neighborhood streets tends to get more scuffing and blemishes adjacent to driveways and cul-de-sacs due to the typical sharp turning from cars and heavy trucks. These marks are typically superficial and do not constitute a slurry seal failure. Within a few weeks after the slurry seal has been placed and is cured enough, permanent traffic striping will be installed. Another type of pavement preservation system we use on some streets is an ARAM cape seal. ARAM is a type of chip seal and stands for asphalt rubber aggregate membrane, and is the first coat of a multi-layer treatment called a cape seal. A cape seal is a pavement treatment that consists of a chip seal with a slurry seal on top. Cape seals are used on streets that are in a higher need of treatment than just a slurry seal, but not so bad that it requires a full repaving. The ARAM chip seal material consists of paving asphalt using recycled rubber and a 3/8" aggregate. The slurry seal will typically be placed within a week after the ARAM chip seal application. The completed cape seal system thickness is typically 1/2 to 3/4 inch thick, or about twice the thickness of a slurry seal treatment. Prior to the placement of the slurry seal and cape seal, there are several phases of work that will occur in preparation for the surface treatments. These phases may include concrete improvements like curb and gutter replacement, access ramp replacement, things like that. Other phases include striping removal, weed spraying, crack filling, and localized pavement repairs. If resurfacing work is scheduled for your neighborhood, there will be public outreach through flyers, social media, and the city's webpage, typically a week or two prior to the start of work. At least 72 hours prior to the start of specific phases of work, door hanger notices will be delivered and temporary no parking signs will be placed on your street. The construction schedules will be posted on the city's website, and the temporary no parking signs and notices will reflect the days and times that restrictions are in place. The notices will also have contact numbers for the contractor and for the city if special arrangements for access need to be made. The day of the work on your street, please remove all vehicles and other objects from the street to allow the work to be completed. Please check the dates listed on the temporary signs and the website frequently to be aware of schedule changes.